Hi everyone, it's Nicole Wilkins with FitnessRx for Women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. The first question I have is, if you work out right away in the morning, is it okay to wait until after you work out to eat breakfast? There are some people that have a really hard time eating a big breakfast and then going to train right away. So if you are one of those people, if you're just doing cardio, you can do it fasted, no problem. But if you're weight training, I do recommend having some type of protein source before you train. And then post-workout, have your carbohydrate. So if you're having oatmeal and egg whites, for example, eat the egg whites beforehand and then have your oatmeal afterwards. That way you will prevent burning muscle during your workout, and you'll be able to refuel the glycogen that you utilized during your training after your training. I have been consistently training 5 to 6 days for a year and have had amazing results. However, lately my motivation has been lacking and I have to force myself to the gym every morning. Any advice on how to get motivated and passionate again? Have you ever gone through a period where motivation was lacking? Well, yeah, of course. I mean, motivation comes and goes all the time. So a few things that you can do. I mean, you've been doing it for 5 to 6 days a week for a year, and you've had great results, so that's fantastic. Maybe you're stuck in the same routine. Try different exercises. Maybe mix up the order. Try pulling out workout from FitnessRx for Women magazine and trying that instead of a regular workout that you normally would do. Try a fitness class. Maybe try spinning. Try yoga, grab a friend and go running, find some hills by your house and run the hills or go the stairs. There's a lot of ways that you can kind of mix things up and change it up. Maybe that's something that you want to try to have a little bit more fun with your workouts. I'm thinking about entering my first NPC competition in the spring, one where you will be appearing in April. All right. My question is this: when should I start preparing the posing portion? How difficult is posing to learn for a beginner? And what are the judges exactly looking for when a person walks onto the stage? Well, this is a loaded question, but as far as when you should start posing, the sooner the better. I mean, don't think that just because you haven't started your official prep yet that you can't start your posing. Posing can start anywhere from a year in advance, 6 months in advance, but the longer you have to perfect it, the better. And as your body changes and gets leaner, you'll find that certain poses maybe need to be adjusted. Some people, when they learn posing, get it right away, and other people need multiple sessions of practice before they even get the basics down. So it really depends on how quick you understand how to position your body and your muscles in each pose. And as far as what the judges are looking for when a person walks onto the stage, in figure there's a whole slew of things that the judge looks for. One obviously is muscle tone and definition. They look for skin tone. You want to have a nice even tan. How well does a suit fit you? How well does the color accentuate your hair and like kind of go overall with your physique? How is your hair and makeup? Is your face too light or too dark compared to your body? Is your hair too crazy and not really put together? How do you walk in heels? How do you present yourself? Are you very nervous? Are you very fluid? There's a lot of things that play a role. And then obviously your shape, are your legs too thick compared to your upper body? Is your upper body too big compared to your lower body? You want to have balance from top to bottom. So hopefully that helps. I have a question for you. When you say you want to stay within 10 pounds of stage weight, is this including the water weight you lose in the final days of prep? As I decrease water, I tend to lose about 4 pounds in the last week. Does this mean I should only be gaining 6 pounds of fat post-contest? When I say stay between 10 and 15 pounds of your contest weight, that is from the weight you are on stage. So yes, that is including the water weight. What's some easy, healthy, on-the-go snacks to have when you are out. And what is the best last meal to have right before bed when you're trying to build muscle? Some healthy, easy snacks on the go. Obviously, raw fruit, raw vegetables, fruit, rice cakes, almonds. You can get little packets of peanut butter, protein bars, protein shakes are great. You can get already pre-made cans of protein shakes at, I mean, they have protein shakes everywhere now. You can even get them at 7-Eleven. As far as protein powder, you can put them in baggies and mix them in with a water bottle. So, or you can get a shaker bottle and put it in there. And then a great last meal before bed, if you're trying to build muscle, would be definitely some type of lean protein source, and maybe add a fat to help slow the digestion down while you're sleeping. For example, having non-fat Greek yogurt with a tablespoon of peanut butter, or a protein shake with 20 almonds, or egg white omelet with half of avocado. So, and the last question I have is, I'm so determined to become pro, and I want it so badly. I know I should be proud of myself, but I was down in the dumps and feel like the past 3 weeks since the show I have completely overindulged in food that was not healthy for me, and find myself gross after gaining 7 pounds back. I feel as though I have a problem ever since I started competing. I have always had some insecurities, but now it is to another level. People are always commenting to me in the gym, judging me, and some say they look up to me. I feel the pressure is on, but right now, after gaining some weight back, I don't want anyone to even see me. Well, unfortunately, this is a pretty common thing with some people after competition. Because their diet had been so strict and restrictive, they binge eat after the show. And when your calories are low and you're doing a cardio and you're training, and then you decrease the cardio and then you increase the calories all at one time, your body, of course, is going to gain weight. I would use this more as a lesson in the future if you decide to do another competition, to make sure that right after the show you think of eating the same foods that you did during your prep, just increasing the portions a little bit. So you eat consistently all year round. As far as being a professional, yes, it's a great thing, and yes, it can help with your business, whatever that may be. If you're a personal trainer, you can utilize that in the business sense. But if it's making you feel depressed and bad about yourself, and you're already mentioning that you were insecure before, and it kind of makes you feel even worse now, maybe it's time to kind of take a step back and really find what works for you in order for you to keep balanced and healthy in your life. And do that before you even consider doing another competition. Because just because you have your pro card doesn't mean your life is going to change overnight. It benefits, but if you're not following that and practicing that all the time, it's not going to be as beneficial. There are plenty of girls who are incredibly successful in the fitness industry that don't have their pro card. So just take it one day at a time. Right now, the best thing for you to do is to get right back on track, cut out all the crap, and stay focused. If it's not a bad thing for people to look up to you, and it's also not a bad thing if you mess up sometimes. Nobody is perfect, and even myself have days where I'm insecure and feel a little bit more pressure, so don't think that you're alone, but do the best you can, and don't beat yourself up so much. I talk about that a lot. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. You can do it. You did it before, you can do it again. So those are my questions for this week. Until next week, keep asking your questions on the FitnessRx for Women Facebook page, and I'll be back every Friday to answer them for you. Until then, keep living the fit life.